Okay, so resume virtue versus eulogy virtues. Resume virtues are the ones you put on your resume, which are skills that you bring to the workplace. The eulogy virtues are the ones that get mentioned in the eulogy, which are deeper questions like, who are you? What is the nature of your relationship? Are you bold, loving, dependable, consistency? I tend to not think about these types of questions on a daily basis because um, they're I'm comfortable with myself and I know who I am, and I don't need to ask those types of questions every day or even weekly. Um, but I usually think about eulogy virtues when I'm in an uncomfortable situation, or when I'm put in a new environment with new people. I think I tend to think about these questions when I'm uncertain with something or uncertain with a decision that I need to make or a choice I have to make. I don't tend to think about these on a regular basis. Yeah, and then questions of meaning. One of the questions I tend to think about a lot is, what if I don't get what I want by a certain age? I think about this question a lot because when you grow up, you are told that there is a certain age to go to college, to get married, to have a family, to travel, etc. Since I was a little girl, I thought about how I've wanted my life to turn out, kind of big step by big step. So at a certain age, what if I'm not done with college? At a certain age, what if I end up not being married by this time in my life, or not having kids by this time in my life? It's definitely these questions, this type of question is a question society has standardized. It's a question that your parents and aunts and uncles and grandparents and friends, siblings have all asked you about, and you've talked with them about it. One of the 5 cycles that I think that the second cycle and maybe even the third cycle explain where I am at today with my identity, because I just made a huge decision to go to college, and which I was deciding between an Oregon college and Boise, and I made that huge decision. I decided what I wanted my major to be, kind of what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. And my family's opinion definitely differed from mine. They wanted me to stay in Oregon, and so me coming here, kind of being worried about what my family thinks of my decision, falls under that second cycle. It makes me question whether I made the right decision to come here. Although it does make me question it, I'm not sure I made the right choice, and I don't even know if there was a right choice, but maybe staying closer to home would have been better, just since I'm so close with my family. The path in force on high school students is to go to college next, but I really wanted to take a year to travel, because I've never been outside the US. I wanted to do this before I got a permanent job after college, and I wanted to do it when I was younger, and I could still backpack across Europe, not when I'm older and won't be able to hike and do all that stuff. But money put a huge limitation on that. Traveling to Europe and other countries for months, instead of going to college, would have been a huge expense. And so I think that's where the third cycle kind of comes in. were those limitations being put on my dreams, things I wanted to do. So, yeah.